Hi there, I'm Lisa, this is Ted, my husband, and along with Hans, our Alsatian, and Bessie, who thinks she's a kangaroo, we are Chateau de Montmagny. March 2020, when COVID spanned the globe and the world began to lock down, we decided to turn our lives upside down and begin the adventure of a lifetime. We threw in our jobs, packed up the car, and purchased this 14th century historical monument.
You have arrived.
Woohoo! We have arrived.
With no previous experience and just £80,000 budget and a tent as our temporary residence, we plan to transform this abandoned, unloved historical monument into a family home and thriving business. We have so many new skills to learn along the way, but we invite you to come along for the ride. So strap yourselves in and let the fun begin.
Hello one and all. I am in the Piggeries because this is the first day of the restaurant opening, and because we have a new chef and Lisa is doing front of house, I am surplus to requirements, which is okay with me because it allows me to get on with the project at hand. And the project at hand, as you will see, is the Piggeries. So I've got my two dogs here. One dog, one little dog there, who's not so little anymore. And they're all curled up because it's absolutely pouring with rain out there. But the task at hand, as you see, great big piles of stone, great big piles of wood, great big piles of tiles, which are not as big as they first were. Lee has come round and picked up an awful lot of them, but we still have a vast array there. I don't know how many there is. And these ones here are from our roof. As you see, there is a little sofa in the corner there. Thank you, Debbie and Pete, for that sofa. They were upgrading, let's say. They were upgrading. And they've decided to out the other one. And it was going to the Chateau. But the pike is down the road at it. And it will probably be for the dogs. But I've just manoeuvred it into position up there. And now my next job is to move all those tiles. And I think what I'm going to do is chuck them into one of the other piggery areas. And we will then move the other tiles into the courtyard area, which you can see through there. Which is, all of its stuff is dying now. I'm just getting over the top of it. All of the stuff is dying. And I may well stick them on that pallet I've just seen out there. But that will be it's good to get them out, and then it's easier for Lee to take them when he needs them, and he'll be by soon, I'm pretty sure. But it also gives us an idea of the space of this place. With a little wood burner there from Joe and Steve. Thank you, Joe and Steve. The roof is not bad. It doesn't leak at all. But the only trouble is this beam here, as you see, there's quite a lot of worm in it, or there has been. And I don't think it's a tree. Let's face it. Let's not dress it up, people. It's a tree. Look, it's still got the bark on it somewhere. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. All this timber has got to be moved into probably the other house because we don't want it in here. And all the stone, well, I'm going to move over to the courtyard, but to the top of the courtyard. But I can't do that while people are eating. And much as we would have loved to have done the summer kitchen today, it has rained literally since we got up at 7 o'clock this morning, and it has not stopped, and I don't think it's going to. But we have a nice afternoon planned in the fact that myself and Mr. Harris, his Mrs. Harris, is coming over to do some singing, which would be lovely. But now I have to get back to work because otherwise somebody will come and inspect, and she'll go, "What have you been doing all day? Sitting on that sofa?" See you soon. Right, so a successful day cleaning up, and we've done this area here. As you see, the dog is there, so everything is gone now from in here. All the tiles are outside, all the ironwork that was in here, and it's just a dog's bed, as you see. Somebody's quite content in the corner, but we're looking at space. But you might have noticed when I shot round there that we have a special guest with us.
With my t-shirt on.
I hope you noticed that I was wearing...
I did notice you was wearing your...
Yeah, because I thought, actually, I'll put a large one on. Fitted lovely. Yeah, really nice.
I saw you was wearing it.
So I'm going to just turn... I'm going to say, I'm going to get out of the picture. How did it go today, first day service?
Oh, it was really nerve-wracking this morning. So we opened the kitchen back up, the restaurant back up. And we were supposed to use the summer kitchen that we've worked so hard on. That was so disappointing. But it has poured all day, so we couldn't use the summer kitchen. So it was back in the salon de thé, the salon, which was a real shame. But it worked fine. I was a bit concerned because we have a much bigger menu now that I have a chef with me, which is Helen. So I was a bit concerned that the tea room, the salon de thé, would be a little bit small for the amount of stuff we now have to cook. But it was great. She worked really hard. Everything looked brilliant going out. And we had the ex-mayor, Jean-Pierre, come with some of his friends. And so I got to speak with French quite a lot. And
some of his, they were sort of business colleagues
they
as well,
were.
weren't
So
they?
there was
the
mayor of Bessines. There was one of the guys from the Chambre de Métier with them from Limoges. So yeah, it was good. It was good, and they all loved the food. They all went up to have a look at the apartments, and because I haven't seen the finished apartments, the rest of them. And yeah, they was very, very impressed. So they said they're coming back with all of their friends, thank God, because we need people through the door. We had another few tables. Everybody loved the food. Nothing came back. It was all empty plates. So that was great. So that's eased my mind that Helen is good and knows what she's doing. That's brilliant. And it eased my mind as well, me being front of house, because normally I'm doing the cooking and Mikey does front of house. So he does all the French speaking. So I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, it went really well, actually. It was really good. And yeah, good. I was pleased with it. Hopefully, the weather's supposed to be really good tomorrow, and over the weekend. So hopefully the summer kitchen will be up and running for the first time tomorrow. So I'll take a bit of video for you.
So that's been our day. I'm a bit farther away from my beloved. But
I am so chuffed with this Piggeries. When I came in...
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me get up in the air. There we go. Look, I'm learning. We're lying on the sofa because we're exhausted, both of us.
So as you know, Ted sorted the Piggeries out while I'm doing service and cleaning it all up so that we can move in here in the tent. Yay! And I was excited to come back in the tent anyway, but walking in here and seeing this area clear, and it just looks so big. I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited to Ted get the rest of it cleared up and get the tent in here, and we can start living in here again, back in the tent.
So yeah, it's elemental stuff tomorrow. Wood and stone removal. So welcome to the afternoon. I'm not going to talk very loudly because we've got guests come to the restaurant, but I wanted to just give you a brief update on day 2 of the Piggeries. We are attempting to get the ivy, as you see on there. There's ridiculous amounts of ivy, and there's some huge stems of it. But I managed to get most of it off this side, so this side was the same. But Yeah, so we've got that off there, and it's taking about sort of 20 minutes, half an hour. So I'm thinking a couple of hours we might be able to get this lot off. However, it's a little bit higher than I first imagined. And you know I'm not great with heights, but I have got Steve's big ladder, so I might give it a go. It's not too bad on that side, definitely, but it's getting around it, trying to get it off, and then moving the ladder about and all that. So we've got. It's really nice. Anyway, I'll go into the house and I can talk a bit. You can see into the house. Look, it's my house. House. You see what we did yesterday? This is what we cleared out yesterday, and I'm going to do most of the ivy and see if I can get done today. But I also want to try and move this great pile of wood, probably just out into the courtyard there, into here. Into here, just so it's ready to move into the house. But that's the house next door there, when you can see the big wall. But that needs a lot of clearing up before I can put anything down, and I want to, I want the timber to remain as it is, all stacked lovely. It don't look lovely, but it's better than if you've seen my workshop recently. That's a brief update. What I'll do is I'll come back and show you when we're taking the ivy off the front, and see what that's like. Sorry, I was just a bit concerned there might be a wasp's nest. Updates later. Right, I don't know if you can see this because the sun's coming up, but that is all done. All the ivy is now off that wall. Let's get around here a bit so you can see it better. Trying to get this in. All the ivy. Well, there's no greenery. You can see no greenery, which is good. And it didn't take too long. It was fairly easy to get off because it's fresh at the top there. But it's all done there now. There we go. And I didn't have to go too much on my ladders. But it's all done and I'm happy with that. That's a good first strike. So that's all that cleared off for starters.
Okay, so we've got Joe, Steve and Tilly, Steve's daughter, over. Joe's practicing with Ted for the first time, so I'm going to go up and have a little sneaky peek and see if they let me listen. So let's go up and see if they're... Let's have a sneaky peek. She might be a bit nervous, but let's see. So Joe has never performed in public before.
He says she's holding back.
Is she holding back, is she?
No dogs.
Oh, out. Oh, they're building. How's it going? How's it going? This is Tilly. This is Steve's daughter. And obviously we all know Ted and we all know Joe. Joe from France and England. Shall we succeed?
That's correct.
So you might recognise Joe from her channel. But are you gonna? Do you mind if we video you?
She's going to do a song by a woman called Beth Hart, and please forgive me, all the guitarists in the audience, because it features Joe Bonamassa, and I ain't Joe Bonamassa.
Oh baby, you're my Joe Bonamassa. I'm going to go over here. Can I sit on this? I'm not going to fall through the chair. Through the floor, am I?
But Dad used to teach us dance routines, and he'd get a chalk and he would chalk on the carpet X.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Dad used to teach you dance routines?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Steve, we've got to see this.
SQ7.
S Club 7.
Oh, we've got to see that, Steve.
You are the most boring man.
Okay, next thing, Steve is going to teach us all the dance.
It was stuff that we liked, and he would put chalk on the carpet and say, well, this is step 1, this is step 2.
Don't encroach on my area.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah.
It was the chain reaction one that used to make me laugh.
Oh yeah.
Bearing in mind, it is just a first rehearsal.
It's first rehearsal,
time out.
yeah.
First time out. So, All of us are all over the place. That's my excuse. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's hope it works.
I know you've been hurt by someone else. I can tell by the way you carry yourself.
Because of copyright, this is all I can show you on this vlog, but I will upload the full version, unmonitorized, so that you can see Joe singing. Well done! That was brilliant!
Spot on.
Wow! I think it's great. That's a beautiful song.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful song. The task for today is there's a big, massive, great pile of stone in here. And some great big lumps of stone. See, I've got to move the ivy, but I'll put the trailer on the back of the tractor. So, as you see, we moved all the wood the other day, stuck it outside there. Ready to put in the house. It's rained a couple of times, but I don't think it really matters. It's very, very dry. So this don't look much, but I tell you, there's a hell of a lot there. And look at the size of some of them bits. And my task today, because Lisa's busy with other things, is to move all that lot myself. And we're going to put it up by the gate, because that's just where we're putting everything, all the stone at the moment. And that then gives us the full size of this room, which, when done, we will tell you all about. See ya. Right, this is real time. Somebody's going to do it time lapse and whatever, but this is real time. That's the big pile of stone, and then I'm going to move it. Whew. Took 3 hours to set the camera up.
Quick. So Ted's been working hard on getting the piggeries ready for us to move into, and hopefully it'll only be another couple of weeks and we should be in there in our tent. I'm really chuffed with how it looks. I think it's absolutely brilliant, but at the moment he's still working. So let's take a walk in and see what it's looking like. What has been great is the dogs have been over here with Ted whilst I've been doing service, and they've really enjoyed it, because I think they're now getting used to the fact, with Ted spending time in here with them, that this is going to be their home. But it's looking fantastic. Isn't it looking amazing? Oh look, Ted's videoing me. But look, it's looking so big. I think this space is going to be fabulous. I really don't know how Ted is going to be able to move these Huge. Can you see these huge pieces of stone there? I don't know how he's going to move them, but I think once all this is out of here, it just is great. So over here, we're going to have a glass door, a glass panel to let the light in, a door in the middle, and another glass panel that side. And let me go against what would be the first glass panel. So this area here is going to be the kind of living area with the kitchen, sofa. Here he comes back for another pile. And then there's going to be a wall here. And then this bit will be the first bedroom. And this will be the bedroom. And you will see that there is a window or an opening up here. And that goes through to the piggeries. We're going to open that up into a door. And that door will go into the bathroom. So let me take you outside to the courtyard and you can see what's going to happen out there. So this is the courtyard, and I think this courtyard will be absolutely fantastic for us to sit. Look at the sun shining on it, and it gets the sun all day. And it'll be lovely to have our table and chairs out here, eat our breakfast. Fabulous, can't wait. So we've got 3 piggeries here. So the door you see here, that will become a glass panel, which will let light into what will be the bathroom. This door will be lifted, so it's higher. And that will be a door that will be going into the second bedroom. This door here will be another glass panel for light. So this area will all be a second bedroom. The bathroom will have a Jack and Jill door. So it will have a door from our bedroom in the stable area and a door from the piggery bedroom. So it'll be a Jack and Jill shared bathroom. And the reason for having 2 bedrooms is obviously if the kids come to stay, friends or family come to stay, they can come stay over here with us instead of using any of the bedrooms in the chateau.
We've got a few issues.
Why?
Oh, we've got a sunken roof at that end.
Sunken roof?
Yeah, it's dipped and the beams come out, so we're going to have to probably lift that end. Then the good thing about lifting that end is you see it's dropped on that edge anyway.
Yeah.
Dropped away from the wall. So the good thing about that is we can take that section off because everything else looks relatively flat.
Yeah.
It takes that section off, redo all the timbers, but in the meantime we can raise that to the
door
level of the roof and make that the little doorway into the second bedroom.
Right.
And my thought is that, so part of me's thinking whether we, it would be ideal to have the bathroom in here, but if we had the bathroom somewhere else, you made this one great big long bedroom living space and then the kitchen with the bathroom at the end there, then if you eventually, when we eventually put the septic tank in, we could go directly out of there and down.
Yeah, it's an idea.
It is an idea. It's not my ideal idea because I love the idea of having a second bedroom living space there with a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Yeah.
Then a living space with a sofa bed.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I think what we've got to remember is our living space in this section is what's more important because we're here full time. So the second bedroom really is only for when guests turn up.
Yeah.
And how often is it?
Having said that, there is a nice idea to, it means that you can have some sewing facilities there.
Yeah.
I can have my little studio set up in there so I can play, and you haven't got anything else. Because at the moment, for me, it's an ideal situation because I've got my rehearsal studio set up in 4, which is brilliant. Really, really good. There would be a thought, I suppose, if we could clear this area in the house, but I always feel a bit about going in there and actually staying any longer than about 5 minutes.
Why? What, in the big house?
In the big house.
Why?
Because of them big old beams up the top.
They might come down in your head. So that's kind of the plans. As you can see right now, they might be changing as we speak, but that's what happens around here. As soon as you start emptying spaces out and looking a bit more closely at what you've got, things become a bit clearer. I cannot wait to get in this area and start working on it, because I just think this is going to be amazing for us. And because it's for us, it's not for anybody else. This is for us. For us to be able to live away from the business. And I think it will be really, really good for us. Yeah, I'm excited. So it was time to get the final stone out of the building. And with that, Ted needed a little bit of my help.
I'll push.
Push it over.
Push it over here. And again. Ready?
So now that the piggeries is totally clear, we can start thinking about putting the tent up and living in the piggeries.
No, don't worry about it.
We may not have the money at the moment to do anything with it, but as long as the tea room and apartments continue to make a bit of money, hopefully it won't be long before we can get started on the renovation of the 2-bedroom sheet. So join us next week where I attempt my first French radio interview. Pamela and Edward come for a visit and help me prepare for our first French wedding at the Chateau. However, it doesn't all go according to plan. We then take a few days out enjoying some of the sights. And if you still haven't had enough of us by then, tune in to Channel 4, 4 p.m. from Monday the 1st of August, every weekday, and you can catch up on our adventures with Help We Bought a Village. We would like to say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, from our patrons to our GoFundMe donors, the people that are buying us a coffee on Go Buy Me a Coffee, and you, our subscribers, each week watching the adverts for us to give us a little bit of income each month. Even if it just adds up to a bag of sand, it all helps. Take care, everyone. See you all next week. Bye-bye.